Hi, everybody. Claudia McMullen here from Hugo Coffee, founder of Hugo Coffee. As you all know, we do our weekly fundraisers with animal welfare, animal rescue organizations today, and they're weekly, week-long online fundraisers that we do every single week. And during the course of the fundraiser, so what I do is I donate $2.50 for every single item sold on the website during the course of the week, which is awesome for all. And here we are today with one of our fan faves and our very first fundraising partner from 2 years ago. We're here with the lovely Megan from Utah Animal Advocacy Foundation. Hi, Megan.
Hi, Claudia. How are you?
I'm awesome. Who are you with today?
This is my own little foster dog, Chloe,
Hi,
who
sweetheart.
wasn't quite ready for the spotlight, but she's happy to be here. She just got put online on our website this week to get adopted.
That's great. And where did Megan come from? I mean, you're Megan. Where did Chloe come from?
Chloe was surrendered to a shelter when her family couldn't take care of her, and she only weighed 5 pounds at the time, and now she's up to 10. So she was unhappy, unhealthy, and now she is feeling great and ready to go home. And that's what Utah Animal Advocacy does, is foster cats and dogs straight out of the shelter until they're healthy and happy and ready to go home.
That's awesome. And tell me how big, so it's a foster-based network.
We don't have a local shelter. We are only foster homes.
Right. You don't have any brick and mortar adoption center. It's foster homes. And then now, do the fosters, do they vet the potential adopters? Or do you have a team that vets them?
We have a team that vets them. We tell our fosters, you don't have to interact with the humans if you don't want. We'll do that part. They're an amazing team, and yes, they want to focus on the cats and dogs. And then we do phone interviews and home checks for all of our adopters. And what's great thing about fostering is we can tell you so much about the dog. Like, shelters do such good work, but sometimes you take that dog home and a week goes by and then their little personality pops out. I know you went through that with Hugo.
I did. I went through that with Vincent. Vincent was was a pit bull that was in a pity mix, I should say, a pity mix that was at Nuzzles. Back then it was Friends of Animals. And just the sweetest thing. And then like just so mellow and just kind of an older boy. And like, he doesn't even want to go for a walk. He just wants to be hugged and kissed. So I was running the place at the time. I was the ED. So I would spend my days hugging and kissing on this dog. And I thought, oh, he's been here too long. I'm going to take him home as a foster. And then he and Hugo, okay, so this is what we realized. It didn't take long to determine the problem was he had bad teeth. And once I pulled his teeth, he was no longer in pain. Once he was no longer in pain and out of the shelter kind of environment, he became who he is.
It's amazing.
Wanted to walk like miles and miles and fight with Hugo. So I found him his forever home.
It's perfect. It's amazing what dental care, health care, we give out dentals like candy at this rescue, send them home with clean teeth and any medication they need. What I love about this program is we're very honest. If we have a dog with diabetes, we'll tell you. If we have a dog that needs a heart medication, we'll tell you. As we get older, we all end up needing more pills every day. That's not a problem. But we let you know what you're getting yourself into is something that I'm really proud of with what our organization does.
100%. And it is really, it's really important for people to understand that, one, chances are, if it's through a foster situation, the foster will understand the dog well.
Exactly.
Attributes and the characteristics of the dog well. The dog will still have an adjustment period when it goes into, and cat will still have an adjustment period when it goes into its adopted home. But you have a good baseline of knowledge about the animal's characteristics and temperament.
Exactly. Like we just had this wonderful woman and she had a huge ranch and she really wanted this one particular dog, and the dog is a door darter. She had a busy house, family in and out all the time. That is a great environment for a dog, but not a dog that has, heck bent on getting out the door when it opens up. So we found her a more suitable match. Like, that's the kind of stuff that we can tell you when we're living in foster care. Right. When they're living in foster care.
And I think it's a fantastic service. And I just can't emphasize enough how important it is for adopting parents, adopting families, to give the animal a chance to become who they are in the new environment, because they need to relax. They've been under stress and they need to be given the grace and time to become who they are.
Exactly. I always say to people, it's not a baby, but that first week, that's just a total blur, and you think I've made the biggest mistake of my life. I say, if you don't think that, you will. And then at some point after a week goes by, you're going to say, what was I so worried about?
Right.
What was such a big deal? Look at this little guy I have in my life now. And I love being able to see people really, the dogs acclimate, they acclimate, the cats especially get settled in over like a course of a couple of days or weeks. And then it's just usually gravy from there. And I love it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Now tell me, how big is your foster network, and what is the geographic scope?
We are based in Salt Lake City.
Mhm.
We can go almost anywhere drivable, and we do out-of-state adoptions for some pets.
Mhm.
It just, again, depends on, like, what we know about the pet. We try to keep adoptions local. Another thing that we promise is, if you get struck by lightning or like Vinny and Hugo, where the dogs just won't gel or the cats just won't gel, we make a commitment to our animals for their life, and we will always take them back.
Sure. Sure,
And
because
we've driven quite a ways to
you
get them, but we'd rather.
but you definitely don't want people rehoming a newly adopted cat or dog to some person without a vetting process. And you don't want to, if you can avoid it, like what's so fantastic about what you do is you can avoid, you avoid re-traumatizing the animal by
Exactly.
getting them, like if it's not working out for the adopting family, you don't want them dumping the animal in a shelter.
No, it goes back to the foster home. There's some continuity in his
Yeah.
life. He's not just being bounced around. We definitely commit to these little guys, and that's definitely something we provide.
That's fantastic. And how many fosters do you have? How many foster families do you have?
I think we have 40 or 50 foster homes, which is great. And the great thing about what Hugo does for us and the donations that we get is that we have no overhead because we have no shelter, we have no paid employees. Our fosters are amazing, and they provide their own food. And what we provide is medical care basically
Mhm.
for these dogs. Pull them out of the shelter, get the teeth, get the spay, the neuter, any
Mhm.
medical care they need. We always owe a vet money.
Of
But
course.
every single dollar that we get donated, which is why it's so great when you do these fundraisers for us, is every single dollar goes straight to medical care for the dogs.
It's exactly why we do it the way we do it.
Mhm.
Because, I used to run Friends of Animals, now Nuzzles. I
Mhm.
know that it's the thousands of organizations like yours that are making such a big difference in the world of animal welfare, and they're cash strapped and volunteer based. And I also know
Mhm.
that every dime that I give you goes to the animal.
Mhm.
Right? It goes to
Absolutely.
animal care, which is fantastic. There's no overhead. I love that. That is exactly why we do it the way we do it. And Beth and I, like, we can't wait to wake up every day to just, like, chat with our latest partner, find new partners, write checks to our partners, follow our partners. So that brings up a point, right? So this is our third fundraiser, and you guys are
Amazing.
our first fundraising partner. And we have since, like, dialed it in, and
Mhm.
now we do them every week, every single week. Beth and I
Amazing.
do a fundraiser for a small rescue. And since our fundraisers are particularly since our first one, our opportunities to purchase on the website are much bigger, many more items, so that if you don't drink coffee, no
Mhm.
problem. You
I
probably
love
have an
that.
animal. So we have plush dog toys, we have dog bowls,
Mhm.
we have dog treats, we have T-shirts, we have all, if you don't drink coffee, there's something to buy.
And I love that you're doing every item and not just every order. So,
Right.
every little thing you click into that cart is giving a donation. I think that's so great.
And even, I mean, like, even if you buy a 6-pack, like, because you get
Mhm.
a deal if you buy a 6-pack, I still
Mhm.
donate 250 times 6.
That's amazing.
I don't consider the 6-pack one item. I consider it 6.
Everyone should have a partner like you.
Yes. Thank you, honey. All right. Now, Megan, tell us what, like, just say we really have dialed it in. We kill it. We get, like, we can raise between $300 and $500 for UAAF. What kind of impact would that have on you?
Generally speaking, $300 to $500 is a dental for someone like Vinny,
Mhm.
is a bunch of spays and neuters. In this particular case, we have a really sweet puppy with a broken leg that we
Mm.
have to set with some pins, so I'm probably gonna earmark it for that.
Mhm.
He was found by a DoorDash driver, and
Oh,
he was just wandering around in the street, and no one claimed him. So we'd love to get him the surgery follow-up that he needs. We've already put the pins in his leg.
Good.
Like I said, we've got teeth to clean, and we have dogs and cats to spay and neuter, and we always have a need. So I really appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. It's our pleasure. Now, so you know what our job is. It is Wednesday. We aren't even halfway through this fundraiser.
This is
We have plenty of time. We only started Monday morning. It ends on Sunday at midnight. So let's get the word out. Let's get people to buy, because I want to write a big old check to you or Venmo you on Monday morning. I want to Venmo you $500 this time.
I would love that. We would love that. I will tell Chloe. I will tell everybody. It's coming.
Yes.
This is great.
Tell everybody. We'll tell everybody. You tell everybody too.
We're going to tell everybody. This is great. You should
kill it this time, and we're going to help all the dogs and cats with their teeth, with their spays, and with rehab from the pins.
That sounds fabulous.
Awesome. All right, Megan, thank you so much for partnering with us again. We love you. We love your organization, and we can't wait to do it again next year. And in the meantime, sell, sell, sell.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Claudia, for all you do. We appreciate it.
My pleasure. Okay, have a great week, honey.
You too. Enjoy.
Bye.